And thank you for coming to your Sango City events in the Sango City beautiful Mount Ice Stadium for today, home of the Sango City Redbricks. Today we have week 8 of the Sango City Redbricks playing the SG Knights for today in the beautiful MHS and the beautiful Sango City area, Legotopia capital for today. Today's event is brought to you by the Sango City NFL, Legotopia NFL Crucial Catch, Intercept Cancer, meaning by those kids with the leukemia cancer are getting helped by the NFL teams right now. Also today is brought to you by M&M's. M&M's will be selling 20% off of all their candies in local stores and Walmarts and any store you can get them this Halloween, coming up Halloween on Wednesday, October 31st. And thank you for coming for today, and please enjoy the rest of the music before we get started with the national anthem, and then we will go through to the first quarter of the Sango City Mount Ice Stadium of week 8. And thank you for coming to your Sango City events for today. Today we'll be starting off with today's national anthem in the beautiful Sango City area. Please rise for your local country for today, and thank you for coming to your Sango City Week 8 games. And thank you for coming to your Sango City NFL football games in the beautiful Mount Ice Stadium. Today, we are honoring those lives that were lost in Pittsburgh for today. Pittsburgh had a big shooting that was going on in their city area. I don't know exactly where it was, but please rise for those victims that were lost with their lives on that day, which was, I think, just yesterday, Saturday, October 27th. And thank you for coming to your Sango City events in the beautiful Sango City Mount Ice Stadium. Today we have the Sango City Redbricks playing the SG Knights for today. So far the Redbricks record for this 2018 season is 3-4 for fantasy football. So far the lineup starting up for today is Patrick Mahomes with the leading quarterback of QBs out there for this 2018 NFL football season for this 2018 year. So far Patrick Mahomes is getting absolutely good throws to Kareem Hunt and also some other teams in the past, but this year he is a rookie to the NFL teams. So far he does play for the Sango City Redbricks fantasy team. So far, we are looking at Case. I believe Case Keenum is the second quarterback on the bench for today. So just in case if they want to put him in after this game for today, they can. So far, the leading running back of the league for this 2018 year for Legotopia NFL is Kareem Hunt, who plays for the San Luis City Redbricks. So far, we are looking absolutely awesome for this Redbricks of team. Even though they're 3-4, they're trying to make a comeback before they can't make it to the playoffs. But so far, we're seeing if the coach can actually do this for them for this 2018 season. We thank you for watching your San Luis City NFL football game. So let's move on to the first quarter and kickoff for today. And so far, the Redbricks leading so far 7-0 for this first start of the quarter. They just got a touchdown at the starting of kickoff right there. Big interception throw from the Knights right there, leading to the Redbricks making the pick six right there of their defense so far. Looking good so far for the Redbricks. Let's see what they can do by the end of this first quarter, and we will be moving on to second quarter and halftime. Today's game is also brought to you by your San Luis City Pepsi Cola, where they have the refreshest cola in the city. And so far, the Redbricks record for this 2018 season is still 3-4. They're looking to make it go to 4-4 by the end of today, and on to Monday Night Football too. But so far, the Redbricks football season so far for this October month, they played the Redbricks and the Blue Jays on October 7th, which that was a big win. I believe the score was 7-12, Redbricks 12 and Blue Jays 7. And then October 4th, Redbricks versus Lions. They had a big loss right there. Lions actually beat them by 20 points, and Redbricks only got one touchdown with that game on October 14th. And then October 23rd, this last week, they had to change it to October 23rd because us NFL Crucial Catch wanted to change it to Tuesday Night Football instead of Monday night. So Tuesday Night Football, Redbricks did lose against the Indians. I believe it was 27-23. Pretty big game that did go on there last weekend, or this last week. And then today we have the Redbricks and the Knights, and then moving on to November 4th of week 9, I believe, is Redbricks going against the Gorillas. So far looking absolutely awesome for the Redbricks this season aside, but so far they are looking to get more different types of players for the next season, and they're still looking out there and seeing if they can make a good enough team for this 2018 year. If they do make it to the Super Bowl this 2018 year, it will be hosted, Super Bowl number 5 will be hosted here in the beautiful Mount Ice Stadium. So we thank you for watching your San Luis City NFL football games for today. It's brought to you by Legotopia Capital for today of your Legotopia president. And we are moving on to the second quarter for today. Still 7-0. Redbricks winning so far. Let's see what the Knights can do before the Redbricks can score again against them. So far, the Knights' defense isn't looking so well for this 2018 season. So far, they have the less leading yards and tackles in the NFL right now. And so far, they gotten 0 interceptions for this 2018 year. So let's see if they can actually step up their game before the Redbricks can score here. And let's see what happens. And moving on to end of second quarter so far, the Redbricks got another score right there, making it 14-0 before the end of the second quarter and moving on to second half. But today's halftime show, we don't have any halftime show today. We have a halftime report by the San Jose News Center, which is John Lee's presenting it once again for today. Last game, we had John Jr., I believe, who was presenting it last NFL game on week 7, last week on Tuesday, October 23rd. And so far, he will be presenting the highlights and prime time for today for the halftime show. So thank you, folks, for watching. Please enjoy the rest of the game. And thank you for watching your San Jose City NFL football games. And now, onto your San Jose City NFL Primetime Reports for today, presented by John Lees from the San Jose City News Center. And thank you, local Wacoans, and thank you, local Americans, for joining us at your NFL football games. Today's NFL football game is brought to you by Crucial Catch for today. Today we are presenting the San Jose City Redbricks for today. So far, scoring on the first and second quarter with a big interception right there and pick 6 from the San Jose City Redbricks of defensive side. And the Knights quarterback John Jr. right there threw that interception throw, making the Redbricks have 7 points right there on the board on the first quarter so far. And then next, onto the end of second quarter, right just a while ago, the Redbricks got a big giant touchdown by number 14 right there, making it 14-0. And so far, the Redbricks leading up there on the leading boards. Let's see what the Knights can do after they get out of the locker room and getting yelled at for today. Thank you for watching your San Jose City NFL football games, and I'm John Lees, and thank you and have a good night. And thank you for watching your San Jose City NFL football games. Today's NFL football game is brought to you by the San Jose City M&Ms. M&Ms are selling all candies all around the San Jose City area, 20% off everywhere. And thank you for coming back to your Sango City NFL football game. So far, the Redbricks are leading up here. Welcome to second half. So far, Redbricks 14, Knights are 0 for this NFL football game. Let's see who wins this one for the rest of this half. Second half is going to be a big one, I heard. Knights are going to try to score as much as they can against this strong defense of Redbricks, which they do have the Broncos defense on fantasy aside. And so far, let's see what they can do for this Week 8 game. Please enjoy the rest of the game and music for today, folks, and we thank you, Legoans, for coming to your Sango City Mount Ice Stadium. And thank you for coming to your Sango City events for today. So far, the Redbricks are still 14-0. The Knights try to make a score right there, right at the end, right there. So far, we are moving on to the beginning of fourth quarter with 15 minutes on the clock for today. So far, 14-0 so far. Redbricks still leading up there on the leading board. So far, the Sango City Knights, our coach is looking to add a little bit more players out there on the defensive side and trade some players out there because they're not playing as well against this strong Redbricks offense. And so far, the offense is getting close to the red zone. Right now, the Redbricks offense is in their own red zone and in their own territory, seeing if they can get a touchdown or a field goal by the beginning of this fourth quarter. Moving on to the middle, fourth quarter. So far, the Redbricks and the Knights actually got a pretty good score right there with a field goal right at the end right there, making them 3-14. Redbricks still leading up there. So far, 8 minutes left on the clock for the fourth quarter. Let's see if the Redbricks can make another touchdown here or give it to the Knights for a turnover. So far, the Redbricks have not had any turnovers so far for the 2018 season. Only one at the beginning of preseason, actually 2 at the beginning of preseason so far. Redbricks leading 14-3.
to the sea, into the blue.
And moving on to end of fourth quarter, so far the Redbricks still 14-3. The Knights do have the ball. They got a turnover right there, making the first interception for the Redbricks this season. Actually, second interception for the Redbricks this season, making the Knights first interception of the season for their defense so far. Looking good for the Knights. Let's see if they can actually make a touchdown here or a field goal again to try to get this game close to being tied, at least a 2-point game at least. Plus 2 touchdowns. So far the Redbricks still 14, Knights 3. Today's game is also brought to you by the VIP Lego, where you can become a VIP Lego member at your local Lego store and sign up now to become a free VIP member, where you can get free and discount or free Lego sets and discounts on Lego sets. Today's game is also brought to you by Apple itself. Apple itself has come out with a new iPhone, the iPhone XR. There's multiple colors that have come out, and get it now at your local Apple store for today. And that's game ender for right there for today. The final score, 14-3. The Knights could not score right at the end there. They got a close field goal. It was about a 55-yard field goal, making the Knights lose this one, but the Redbricks winning this one, making them 4-3 for today. So they are able to make it to the playoffs if they keep this score record up and see if they can actually make it to the Super Bowl after the playoffs. So far, the Redbricks 4-3, making this their, I believe, 4th win for today. So far, the Redbricks are doing very, very well for this 2018 season. And thank you, folks, for watching for today. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And that's it for today, folks. And remember, you will always be a Legoan.